Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are just coming across this channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome. Please do well to hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video you get to see it. So guys, someone sent me this picture to recreate for her with a short version of it, so I decided to share it with you guys. If you're interested, keep on watching and let's get started. So guys, here are the materials I will be working with. So this is my ruler, my scissors, my chalk, and this is 4 yards of fabric. Okay, this fabric is 4 yards. Okay, so the first thing we'll be doing is to fold into 4. Then I'm just going to take my length after folding my fabric into 4. So the first thing now is to rule out a starting line like this. So after ruling out my starting line, I'm just going to start my tape from the starting line down. So for the length of this gown, I have length 40. Then I'm going to add 1 inches to it, making it 41 for my seam allowance. So after that, after ruling my length, the next thing I will be doing is to come to this part here, which is the center, and I'm going to divide the shoulder measurement divided by 4. This is not our regular shoulder measurement that we used to take. It's from the shoulder to the sleeve, because we are cutting both the sleeve and the dress together, which is sleeve together with the gown. I don't know if you understand. Just take your measurement from your shoulder to your desired sleeve length. Okay, I will just put the illustration on my screen. So guys, this is what I mean. Just take from the middle backbone to your desired length. So guys, after that, I'm just going to take the width of my neckline. So I'm using 3.5 inches for the width of my neckline. Then I count that by 1.5 inches for my shoulder slope. Then I'm just going to connect it down to the width like this. Hope you understand. So from there now, I'm just going to start my measurement from the shoulder slope. I come down by 11 inches. So I'm just taking it from the starting point, so making it 12 inches. So I mark it from the starting point to 12 inches. Hope you understand. 12.5 inches, sorry. So I'm just going to make it a straight line like this, just the way you see me marking. So guys, now after that, I'm just coming to this length here. I will also mark the shoulder measurement. Okay, I decided to add 1 inches to it, okay, for the shoulder measurement for my seam allowance. Okay, I just added 1 inches for my seam allowance to the shoulder. Then I'm just going to rule it in a straight line like this. So the next step now is coming to this neck depth. So for the back of my neck depth, I will use 1 inches first, but I will still alter it later. So I just want to put 1 inches for my neck depth, and I will connect it to the neck width like this. So guys, after marking, now we are going to mark the front neck depth. Okay, so for the front neck depth, I'm using 7 inches. So guys, after marking 7 inches, then I'm just going to mark the width, which is the 3.5. okay, so that it will be like a square rectangle. I don't know. So you just mark it, just what I'm doing, and just mark it like this. Okay, so after marking it, that is that. So the next step now is to come to this bust point, which is the chest line here. So you divide your hip measurements, divide by 4. Any part of your measurement that is the biggest, just divide it by 4. Okay, divide it by 4. mine is, which is my client's own is the hip measurement. So the hip measurement divided by 4, then I'm going to add extra 5 inches, 4 inches for ease, 1 inches for seam allowance. So I'm just going to maintain this line down to the hem part. So hip divided by 4 plus 5 inches, 4 inches for ease, 1 inches for seam allowance. I'm just going to repeat it till I get to the down part of this gown. Then after that, I'm just going to connect the line like this. I'm just going to connect it in a straight line like this, just the way you see me marking. So you can see this part here is very sharp, so we don't need it. So we are just going to use my French curve to just curve it like this. So guys, we are done with the cut, with the drafting. So we are going to cut it, and we are cutting the back neckline first. So guys, after cutting my fabric, then I'm just going to separate the back from the front. Okay, so this is me just trying to remove the back for the front. Then I open up the front like this. So what I'm going to do now is to just follow this shape down, which is from the neck width down like this. Okay, and follow this line. Okay, just watch what I am doing, you will understand what I am saying. So I want to just make it a box. Okay, so now what I'm going to do now, so I confirm my measurement 7 inches from here to here. So I'm just going to curve my 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 neckline just the way you see on the screen. Okay, you can see that this the neck, the neck, the way they shape the neck is at the side. So this is what I'm trying to achieve now. So I'm not just trying to curve it this way. Please use you can use, just slant it, not straight, just a curve. Use a curve, like we curve a little bit, we curve it a little bit. Okay, so I'm just trying to reshape it. So this is that, guys. So I'm just going to cut according to the line. Okay, just go ahead to shape it like this and follow your line. Then you follow the neck, the width, your neck width, like so. So this is how the style is. Okay, so this is how it comes out. So if you don't want it v like this, you can as well still curve it a little bit. So guys, the next step now is to bring out another fabric so that I can use to cut out my facing. So just place it on top of another fabric. Then after placing it, then use it to cut it out. Just go ahead to trace it out like this. Okay, it's very simple, guys. Please, if you have watched it to this very moment and if you have not subscribed or you have not liked this video, please like this video. And if this video is very helpful to you and you learned one or two things, please just hit on the like button and comment. Just share this video and subscribe if you have not subscribed. Okay, thank you very much. So guys, I will just go ahead to cut it this way, and this is our facing for the front. Okay, now let's work with the back. So guys, for the back, I told us that we will still alter the back neck width before. So for the back, you can see that the back have a deep V neckline. So for the length of the back, I'm using length 16. Okay, length 16. That is the length I want for the back. So what I'm going to do now is just to slice it like this, like I'm just going to connect it from the center down to the width of my neckline. Okay, so I'm just connecting it down to the width of my neckline. So I'm just going to cut. Okay, so guys, the next step now is to bring out another fabric to cut out my facing. So guys, I've placed my fabric on top of another fabric so that I can able to draft out the facing of this bag. So I'm trying to arrange it very well before I will cut out my facing. So after cutting it out, so I'm just going to shape it this way. Just cut it this way. Then I'm just going to curve this sharp edge out. Okay. So this is the facing for the back. So we are just going to align it with the made fabric. So we place it this way, right side facing the right side. The right side of the facing the right side of the fabric. Then just go ahead to pin it down. So guys, after pinning it down, I'm just going to bring out my hemi gun, place it on top like this, then take it to my sewing machine and run a stitch on it. So guys, I've run a stitch, but we have some stripe along the line. So this is me trying to come down from the neck width by 3 inches. So I come down by 3 inches for the first stripe, I would like call it this first layout. Then I'm still going to come down, starting from this line here. I'm going to come down by 3 inches as well. And the same thing repeat to the other side. We are just doing this for just a guide so that we can able to have a straight line. Okay, so I will keep on repeating 3 inches till I get to the down part. Okay. So guys, when we get to this part, I'm just going to open up my seam at where I marked. Okay, I'm just going to open it up like so. So the part that I mark, I'm just going to open my seam like I've already stitched it before. So I told us that we are just doing it for a guide so that we have a straight line, so that the line will be straight. Okay, so this is what I'm doing now. I'm just at the part that I shock, I'm just going to open up my seam so that there will be hole there after turning. Okay, I will have a hole there after I turn my facing to the back. Okay, so this is a strategy that I'm using to get it. Then after opening all my seam, I'm just going to remove my pin from the fabric. Then after removing my pin, then I'm going to turn it over. Okay, so you can see I have some holes. Okay, I have some holes along the line. Okay, so that is it guys. So guys, this is a strap that I make it so long. You make it long as you can. So I use my hemigon to fold it. So I did not stitch it. I use hemigon to fold it to this shape. So I'm just going to pass it like this. I'm just going to measure it and I will cut it. Ensure that you measure it correctly and so that it will not be bulking after you wear it. So you will just cut it out and place it inside the hole. Okay, the hole that you opened, just place it, just shook it inside the hole and receive it from the other side. just receive it from the other side, then you pin it down. Okay, just go ahead to secure it down like this. So after secure it, do the same thing to this other side. Just shook it through the hole like this and turn it. Then go ahead to secure it as well with your pin. So we are just going to do the same thing like so to the end. Okay, just the way I explained it for you now. You are just going to do the same thing to the last part. Hope you understand. So guys, you can see I've placed all of them like so. Okay, so the next step we are going to do is to, I thought this part is not too straight, so I adjusted it, then I pin it back. Then I'm just going to take it to my sewing machine and flip the facing inside and to stitch it again. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing, just flip the facing inside and to stitch it again. Okay, so guys, I've turned my front facing and this is how it looks like. Okay, and I've went ahead to give it a very good press. And here is the back. I've already stitched it and I give it a good press as well. So the next step is to join the shoulder for the front and the back. So just go ahead to place the right side for the right side facing the right side and stitch off with half an inch. So guys, you can see I have stitched it with half an inch and this is how it stays guys. And I've went ahead to fold my sleeve and hem the down part as well. So I give it a very good press as well. So the next step now is to join the side. So I use 1 inches for my seam allowance for the side. Then I'm just going to use the 1 inches to run it down. So guys, this is it. I've sewed it and this is how it came out. Okay, this is the sleeve part, this is the other side, and here's the front. So this is the back part guys. The next thing we are going to take is to put the bow tie. So I've already made my bow tie and this is it. So I'm just going to attach it to this part here. So I'm just going to use my needle and my thread to do that. Then I'm just going to place it this way, and first of all tack it like this. Okay, just the way I'm doing it, I'm just going to tack it on this side, then also tack it at the other side as well. So guys, here is the finished look of this gown. Okay, so if you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button, turn on the notification bells and comment anything. I will be here to reply you guys. So this is the finished work. Please share this video for others to benefit as well. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, to see you in my next one.